okay, the guy doesn't pick much game, maybe 2 to 3. So he placed 1K. I'd be like, okay, this one, let me know. So I used 500 to bet, like 2 times. It did not yield though. And the funniest thing was that I placed the card inside the Bible.
So this person just said, last week my boss gave me 150,000 to go and deposit at the bank, but instead I transferred the money into my betting wallet, hoping I could make double the money. I predicted a match, and even though this, the people I bet on, they qualified for the next round, but they lost. And the person says, I almost ran mad at the viewing center. Anyways, my boss has been calling me and I couldn't pick because I don't know what to tell him. Advice sequence, though. I need your advice.
And help.
Okay, and help. Wow. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Oluwafunke and I have with me the rest of the crew.
Okay, so let's say this person don't enter.
Yeah.
This person needs both advice and help. So maybe at the end of today's session, we can
that's why I'm money. So
can just take a contribution.
The guy doesn't need advice. I think the guy needs help. What are your advice?
Advice is not. I should just tell him beforehand that silver and gold I have none.
What I have?
What I have?
What do you have? Give out what you have.
He should go and meet his boss and tell his boss he has invested his money.
Guy.
That he invested his money.
Are you serious?
When would the money come?
The Bible said the truth will set you free. You should just
This
go
one will not set him free. We set him into the jail.
Well, you don't know.
Hey.
And send him to the trenches. Yeah, you can't tell him to post anything.
I think this is a lesson for him. After now, he will.
No, this is not a lesson. After
The guy
now,
can't
he
recover.
will not. He will not.
No, the guy will be finding
kill
all
him.
means to get the boss's money back. So he's definitely going back to it.
To invest.
To what?
Yes, now.
No, the guy cannot invest too. I'm
invest now.
looking for my
He's looking for money.
He's
now.
going to borrow.
Somebody
And he
said
borrows.
he's
He's
talking
going to split it again. He's
have you
definitely now. Definitely, he's
don't
going to
bet.
borrow.
See,
I don't bet.
And you have not been in this guy's situation.
Somebody said he's
Do you think
talking
you
from
will-
experience.
No, I'm talking from experience. No, what I mean, okay, I've been in a similar situation before, but
Okay.
I did my boss money.
Okay, share your
But
experience.
I've done something that I was like, Mogbe. I've done some best in the past that I was like, but
Share.
you have messed up. You have messed up. That didn't stop me from betting.
That's
But at
what I'm
least
saying.
it sets my brain. If you
Yes,
understand,
it will make you
Yeah.
more careful.
No, it will make you tenacious. I need to get this money back. How can they eat
Have
more?
you been put in that situation before?
Why would I? I know the stakes now.
So why do you say it to make you more tenacious?
Yes, now because 150. How will it go like that?
Don't you
I
think
must
people,
get my money
don't you
back.
think people learn from their lessons? Don't you think people learn
Like,
from their
it's
lessons?
not.
let me tell you how it works. If you're owning 100k and you bet 5k, you won't feel it. Let my 5k, I've lost it. Let me recover it. I'm from experience. So you bet 10k. They've won my 10k. I can still get it back.
Now it can't go like
I
that.
put 30k. Now, when it's done, is when the 100k finish. That's the point in which this guy is.
So what
Yeah.
you feel? What you saying now is that it's not going to go back again.
This guy,
He will go back.
before the guy will go back,
It will take a long time.
It will.
Yes, he
He
has
needs
to,
to
he has
recover
to
the
pay
money
this
now.
money. Then now have money. Say, no, let me go back.
In this current situation of the country now, how does he pay the money back?
It will bet.
He can
another
borrow.
money.
He can borrow.
When he borrows and then
that's why he needs help and advice now. So probably should help him.
We
can
cannot
advise him.
help. We can only advise. Advice is still help now.
I can advise
I
him.
think
And
from
if I-
experience, Oji and AG can do justice to
I
that.
stopped betting.
But you have
2019.
experience, so
So,
just
and let me tell you, I did not bet with this kind of money. I not bet with. I bet with my own money. When that, even if I lose, I know I've lost my own money.
Okay.
There's no trouble after I lose.
What's the biggest amount you've ever?
Exactly.
Okay, I think I don't bet that much. I think it's just 1,000. So I don't bet that much.
You are learning work beside somebody, yeah.
No, which
Okay, sorry.
Yes, now.
That's just 1,000.
Yeah.
Hello.
The floor is yours.
No,
What's the biggest amount have you used to bet?
Oh, don't make the floor bite.
The floor
Wait,
is
it's
yours.
yours already.
It's yours now.
You end it. It's
I'll
yours.
use my.
You know you study
used your
statistics now. And
I
you
think
can
the
calculate
highest
the
I've
odds.
done is to use my phone of about 60-70K
Wow.
As
To bet.
collateral.
to bet actually.
To bet.
I'm
Which game did you bet? Which game did you bet?
No. Don't let me give you that.
Is it virtual?
You're already you're down that road. Just go down the
It's
road.
real now. It's not virtual.
Okay, like you bet with somebody that this team is going to win this match.
Just know that I've used that amount to bet before.
60.
So the,
70.
like
Wow.
when the phone went, they just told me, okay, I've messed
Reality
up.
check. You're like, let me wake up on this dream.
I used one. Sorry, let's continue.
You have to complete this. Let's go down the
You use money, yes.
I'm not comfortable sharing this.
He doesn't want
It's
to
taking
trend.
a while. Yeah, actually, it's taking.
Or is it is it stirring up memories?
Yes.
Actually, that I don't want to remember. It's a pathetic
Sober
video.
reflection.
Ah,
I feel like crying.
Actually, it was a pathetic.
Okay, let's
situation.
not pick. I understand what's going on.
And I'm supposed to not shirt and trouser, but let's ignore that part.
I just something was done on me now. There's this, I don't know, maybe a small bro of mine.
Okay.
The guy, oh jeez, I think I can bet on
He's an
that.
investor. Don't be calling them better.
Investor.
No, this is not even on Bet Nigeria or this now. This is just on PlayStation. To the
Okay.
extent that sometimes he drops his shirt
I'll see where.
Yes.
and go home on boxers. I'm telling you, sometimes we
I'll
have
do
to
the
come and get shirt for this guy.
I see.
But now you don't go near the guy. The guy is going to fry you if you play with the guy.
But in the world of sports betting, it doesn't work like that. You are still going to lose even if you have 20-25 years experience. You are going to lose when you want to lose.
Well,
That's how it works.
but I did experience. What made me exit this bet of 18 chat was.
But you said you told
you
us
told
you
us
don't
that you
bet.
don't
So how
bet.
did you exit?
Yes,
How do you exit something you don't participate in?
Maybe,
I want to carry us close. Don't forget pay one more round. Nice try.
maybe I feel like
You can't remember.
I don't want to.
You can't remember you were betting.
No. That's not the point. Maybe I don't just want to have that memory at all because.
Okay, you are
that-
suppressing
that-
it.
That
Emotional.
500 naira was so dear to me. Okay, the guy doesn't pick much game, maybe 2 to 3. So he placed 1K. I'd be like, okay, this one, let me know. So I used 500 to bet, like 2 times. It did not yield though. And the funniest thing was that I placed the card inside the Bible. Yes, the first one when I played it, it was like it was because you put your mind. Don't put your mind. I was checking every time. Don't put your mind. Just take your mind off it. But when I played the second time, I didn't put my mind. I just woke up the next morning. What is it? It was detrimental. I think it was 500 to win like 10K or
That's
there.
too much now. That's too much now.
Which too much. The guy was good now. This is not the first time he was winning.
500
such.
to win 10K is like how many odds is that now?
Because it was the one that even picked the game.
That's like 20.
That's like
I
20
did-
odds. That's
So
too
I
much
didn't
now.
want to learn
That's 20.
20 odd. Okay, it's plenty, Abby.
Yeah, it's
I
too much.
don't really
500 to
know.
win 10K is too, it's
So,
too much.
but it was terrible.
That's 20 odd now. You just that 500, you just put 2 odd, give you 1,000, and you grow it.
Are we trying to help this person or we're giving suggestions on how to bet?
No, I'm just telling you from my experience.
Wait. Let me clarify right now. This guy now. Are you trying to teach him to be a better?
I don't know whether it's just his
better.
birthday. It's his birthday. For
No,
someone to
I'm
be that
just trying
confident to
I'm
take
just
his
trying
boss's
to
money.
let him know that Baba,
You don't
don't
get-
feel- you don't
eh,
feel-
eh,
Perhaps
it's his birthday.
It's his birthday. For
Are
someone
you
to be
serious?
confident in taking his boss's money,
I got
150K to bet 2
And the
odds.
guy
Look at
should
what he
not even
bet.
try.
He didn't bet 20 odds.
Just bet 2
odds.
odds.
double it,
and return 150 and take 150.
Okay,
That's a wise investment actually.
Yes, nah, it was not.
Okay.
The guy is not a foolish person. I don't think he needs advice.
The guy is smart.
But it has where in a situation you just have to go and look for money to give to his boss.
And he shouldn't tell his boss.
Yes,
that I used your because he will lose
the money.
he will lose two ways.
He might lose his job. So
how smart is
he? Might or he will. But if you are the person to sack him, the type of money you sack him now.
I really.
150K. That means that if you have a contract, I give the guy 10M for.
No, I think that will be a lesson for you, so you won't be giving him money again.
It's a lie, you fire him.
Huh?
Fire him, bro. Because that thing that led him to using 150.
He will use more.
No, you won't be giving him money again. From there, you know that okay, this person has issues.
So if he happens to be the one in charge of
this stuff, what will
you will remove him from there and put him in another place. Depends on how.
You're a benevolent boss, and I think every boss. I mean, my brother. Yeah, in an ideal organization, that's what you are.
That's what it does outside, and that's the first time. So you can.
It's first time of losing with his boss money.
With his boss money.
How sure are you?
What it does with his personal salary is not your business.
No, actually, it's possible that the guy might have been winning with his boss money.
Yes.
Think about it, but this guy is possible. The guy might have been winning.
The guy is smart. He might not use his money.
Because because for your boss to give you 150K, the boss will have been giving you for 5,000, 10,000.
Do you understand? 20, like, is that he funded his project?
Well,
he funded
I think that should be a lesson to the boss. It is the boss's decision to decide whether to fire him or not. But if I am that guy, I will look for where to borrow money and pay back.
Of course.
Why will you not borrow money in this kind of way?
You will now.
Yes, now you go now.
I think we need to read the paragraph before the one we read at the beginning, because that gives us insight into this person's
dilemma
mindset. So maybe you should read the paragraph.
Okay.
Before you use his boss, the 150K, something had happened. Okay, so.
Okay. So this person says, I started playing games on this platform with the little money I made from side hustles. It was cool because I could still remember my first game. The person staked 2,000 on a match and cashed out massively. And so the person was happy, but then the person got greedy. So the person says, I began to stake higher and started looking for higher and better odds to boost my winnings. I started staking with my salary, and then it got worse that I started using my life savings to play a game in which most times I don't win, but still I won't back out, hoping I would win back all the money.
Yes, that's the spirit.
All the money in the next game. I would even borrow money from my neighbors and friends. In fact, it got a new name. This person got a new name on the street. Baba 2 odds.
So you get. So I guess on the if you think about it, it was the guy actually has been playing 2 odds for them to give him that nickname.
Okay.
You guys were right.
I accept one thing. The two of you are okay. You're saying the guy was consistent.
Consistency now and focus is not.
Even when it's not when the thing is going south. Still consistent.
And nothing beats consistency. Not even hard work. Before you are consistent.
Well, for this guy, I think he's an addict, and what he needs now is rehabilitation.
Now that's more money.
So share your experience. How were you able to overcome?
No, let me tell you. I was playing this thing, and I was thinking of ways I used to beat these people. I could not. I thought of ways. And there was a time, I think around 2018, I just stopped. Like I was not playing again. Because I thought of all the ways I could think of. I could not win these people. So I just stopped. Then one day, a friend came to me and said, I'll go this short odd deal, short 19 odd. Say, odd show. Say yes. I think I just left class that day. He came to meet me. So I had 1,000 in my wallet. So I gave him the money. I said, okay, go and play the 19 odd for me. He said it's short. Somebody, they gave him short odd. So I gave him the 1,000 to go and play. After, they played the match in the evening. I think I won like 11. You call me, say, that game mental. They correct. So that was my first win in 19,000. So I said, So after that, the next day, He came to me again that there's another short game. I think it was like 8 odd. Say which one will play some with. We have to pay the person that's bringing the game 1,000. They might not play with like 2,000.
Wow.
So I said okay. So I give him 3,000 to go and play.
Wow.
So,
in 19K, small money.
So yes,
it's
small money.
money.
So after that game did not enter, that game caught. I think the game was supposed to be like 2-2 draw. Then it ended 2-1, something like that. I asked this guy, now that I've won, I've won these people.
I'm not playing again.
I've collected my money back. I'm not playing again. From that day, I did not play till this time.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I wasn't really an addict like that. I was just.
And that was 20.
That was 2019. 2019.
That's 3 years ago.
Yes.
Now you can.
Well, you can't say after this session, you may go back.
No,
To make
sorry. After this
revisit.
No,
Yeah,
it's not that I don't. There was a time I was even staying close to the Bet Niger shop.
And this guy is 28.
28. He has been playing probably since from like.
So the guy was hoping that 2-2 odd.
2 odd.
I can get married with the money.
Yes.
Think about it.
There's some people that are big time investors.
It's possible the guy is single. And he's hoping that
So it seems their hopes used to be very high. That
it's
if
all
I-
that.
their hopes used to be very high. That if I
See, let me tell you, when you play the
every
game like
week-
this, maybe you collect the slip here, you fake. Yeah, you look at the game and
Exactly.
say, this one's supposed to enter now. Am I supposed to score 2 goals now?
Yeah, exactly. You just fire it.
Say, Man City sure win. Madrid, this game go enter. And I like all those boys. They will not pick Bible like this. That Saturday evening, they'll pick their Bible, start taking the game. Okay, these people don't score. Pick. You know your council one. Everything.
They advise. This guy's advice that.
I think this guy needs rehabilitation. He needs money.
He needs money, yes. And needs advice too.
Yes, not advice. He needs rehabilitation. He needs someone that will stay close to you and tell him, "Don't go and play."
He's not the only one now.
Are you sure?
Yes, because this guy is addicted. Can't you see it?
He's not the only one.
For you to be that popular, they call you 2 odds.
Baba 2 odds. Okay,
in your
it's true.
streets. Let's tell you that you have been playing.
He's a veteran.
Yes, now it's.
And the problem is having is that nobody will borrow him money. He said he has been borrowing from his neighbor and friends.
Neighbor and friends.
Nobody will borrow him money
In
now,
a big mess.
except his family members.
Yes, his
His
family
family
members
member
will
will
come
not
and bail
even.
him.
His
He
family
can't- he
members.
can't-
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
can
I don't know
pay.
whether I should encourage him to lie. He can tell the boss that perhaps he
was
lost the
robbed.
money, he was robbed or something, and in the long run look for a way to pay.
Unpopular opinion. They can borrow him money and go and play again. And hope that I've lost the other time.
No,
Let me give it a shot.
No, I think the people that will borrow him the money should just give it straight to the boss.
Probably
Yes.
that would be the best because
Because this guy is addicted. I know. And
If you give this guy
if you hold,
150K,
yes, if we go.
the guy will just think 150K. If I win another 150K,
What
I'll just say to my boss and
what
say
he
to
will
the
do? What
other
he will do if you give him 150K is that he might never use the whole 150K. He might just say, "Oh, let me use 50K to play 2 odds."
Exactly.
If he wins that one, it is finished.
And it seems those people, the way they structure the bet, is like they will just give you a tip. Yeah, now they used to calculate. I don't know whether they see it or they foresee it.
I think
Oh, the way
you
it
have
has
what's
been
called
structured.
first time luck that usually happens to people that bet.
Well,
When you
first
do it
time,
the
look,
first
what they
time,
happen to me.
The way it
I
has been
just figured out
structured,
that
the way it has been structured is that
Bet
in
is
the
not
long
my way.
run,
I just
you will
in the
lose.
long
What
run,
if
you
it's
can
the
never
third
win.
one
You can
that
never
have
win
your
the
first
bet.
Like it's
time?
mathematics. so
Mama, mama.
in the long run, there's no way you do
You
it.
cannot, yes, you cannot be.
You can never
predicting
win
it all
in the long
time.
run. Mathematically, you can never win in the long run. Yes, now like it's Gisacho. It's Gisacho. You can never win these people in the long run. You might win the first time, but if you play continuously.
You run out of luck.
That's a big problem.
Is it as a result of poverty or love for sports?
It's love for money.
No, it's everywhere now. It's not just in Nigeria. It's everywhere. People bet everywhere. Like
the average Nigerian punter spends 3,000 naira daily in betting.
3,000.
See, as a result of
How many-
You think that's small?
It's not
Let me tell
No,
you, there
I
are
think
around
that's
60 million
huge,
active sport bettors in Nigeria.
I didn't say it's
60
more
million. They spend daily. They spend around $5.5 million.
it's not up to the one in China or UK now.
Can you compare?
No,
Can you
no,
compare?
no,
And we are
now.
still small. Eh?
Can you compare the should I say standard of living or income of people
No,
in
no.
the UK to
It's-
that of Nigeria?
It's human behavior. It's not. It's
Do you
human
think
behavior.
poverty
everywhere.
drives it?
Eh? I don't think poverty drives it.
I don't.
It might because you might be hoping that now everybody knows that.
If you watch that video, put there's a video. The guy said people that don't have job will just say if I put 100 naira, I get 1,000 and I can survive.
How about
over
those persons that go there on a corporate level, like go with suit and you think it's going to work in the morning.
Wait, how many of them?
Is Lotto different from Bet Niger?
They're all betting.
Just
They're all
gambling.
betting. Lotto is, I think Lotto is gambling. I don't know about Lotto. I've not played it before.
Baba
Lotto is
Baba Jebu and like is it not still gambling?
Okay, Lotto is trenches betting.
No, all of them is
trenches.
No, I can
bet on your phone.
Bet on my phone.
Yes.
Bet in my phone.
Yes. Don't you think like
that one has even worsened the case now?
Yes.
Don't you think
internet penetration, use of mobile money and all that also encourages betting.
It's not going away in as far as we can see. At least for the time being, it's still stay. Like gambling has been known as man now. People have been betting for a very long time.
Not as it is now.
Because of mobile penetration now. So it's normal. People have been betting for a long time. But even rich men to bet now.
I mean, like it's not compared. I think poor people bet, and it's more prominent among young people.
In casinos, those casinos, people bet now.
I think it's more prominent among. That's gambling. That's like we play a game. We are the ones playing the game.
Still betting now, bro.
But this one's like you don't have any control over the outcome.
Gambling is different from betting.
I think
no, betting is a form of all of them are gambling.
All of them is gambling.
Okay.
But I think for casinos, it's like I have control over the outcome.
It depends on the game you are playing. For example, if you are going to the slot machines in the casino,
yes,
you have no control over the slot
now. Okay.
But those what?
Except maybe dice. Pulling the handle. That's the only control you have.
Those words are rolling of dice and all that. You have some form of control. You are the one that do it.
It's still gambling now. All the songs are still gambling. The first we are playing still is gambling.
Yeah.
It starts from there. So just taking different shape.
Well, I think I don't know. But my own take as guy is it poverty. I think you should be. Well, it might be.
It's human being.
Poverty and unemployment. I think it's what's driving it.
Because if person
I wouldn't agree with you on poverty.
I can't agree with you because
I would tell you that poverty probably is even for anybody who gambles. Being poor probably is a blessing.
To that person that gambles.
To the person that gambles.
Yeah, because if he's rich, he will spend more.
Because if he's rich and he has a gambling addiction, he's going to spend everything he has. He may take out loans to fund the addiction.
No, I mean starting out, not. Because most of the time, if someone does not have money or does not have a source of income, and he sees he can get 100 naira or 200 naira, that he can use to stake game and get.
It's similar to smoking, something like that. You get. So it's like saying that smoking is a poverty makes people smoke more, something like that.
No, I don't think so. Gambling is or sport betting.
It's human behavior.
In Nigeria now, I think it's a different kind of addiction.
About smoking.
People get addicted to cigarettes too.
Yes, now they get addicted to cigarettes. They get addicted to drinking.
Addictions are similar.
People. So it's the same thing.
Addictions are similar.
But there's something that prepares people to start that particular.
And it's not poverty.
It's not love for sports.
Love for sports.
Poverty.
Yes, I love sport.
Probably friends introduce you to it.
I'm so certain that this.
Yeah,
yes. Now I'm so certain that.
How many people play? How many Mani fans play for Mani to win last season?
And they there are still some very passionate and zealous fan that will still want to.
In its right senses.
There are some guys that love sports and they don't bet. They don't do all this stuff.
Yes, they don't bet.
Yes, there are people like that.
They have their reasons, so they can control themselves.
If it's in you. Speak.
Let's assume. Let's hope that this person watches this video. All right. Let's hope this person watches this video, and so let's just would play a particular video, would reference the video, and then would see.
It's just like
betting in Nigeria has really grown. It has grown to an extent that most youth these days actually get themselves involved in betting. Most of us are all sport lovers, and the reason why most of us are betting at the moment is basically because of football. The love of money in Nigeria is just the reason why betting is growing in Nigeria. Because most of us, we want sharp money. That is the major reason why we use this little one we have. You see a jobless person with 100 naira, he walks down to the bet shop, places bets to win 1 million, 2 million, love of money. For a player coming into the shop to place his or her odds, it boils down to the team he is coming to place the odds on. When you're walking in, there's a board placed on the right or left side of the shop so as to know the odds. A better team gets a lower point. So that actually determines what the player himself or herself wants to go through or wants to play. This sports betting thing can be funny at times, whereas the worst team will beat the best team. So there are some players that come in, they just believe that lower team can just do something better than the best team. So they place their odds. For a player coming in, placing his 100 naira bet and winning some of 250,000 with 100 naira, it's going to be of high expectation for him because he knows what he's playing. He's gambling, he's trying his luck, you understand? So whatever he's playing, obviously he'll be hopeful of something positive.
You can see that it is.
My name is Bello Motolani. I'm a sport betting agent in Nigeria.
Okay, bro.
You can see that joblessness is also a cause. I think when people do not have a means of income, they'll most likely.
Do you know that these persons that tell you that it's not a good thing to put money into? Yes, now.
Yeah, even one.
The cigarette tell you that it's not good to smoke, but people have to do it.
Can I jump in at this point? Yes. I remember I attended someone in 2012, or 2013. Yes, about 9 years ago, and he said something that stuck to me. This particular person works in a bet night in a sports betting shop, and so I asked him, "Does he gamble?" He was employed to work in. I think he said no. I think as a back then, he was earning almost close to, I think probably between 50 and 100 grand. That was the salary back then. All right. And so I asked him why. I said, why does it not gamble? He said the organization that employ you, they frown upon you gambling. That if they find out that you bet, they will sack you. That during the interview, one of the requirements for anybody they hire is the person must not bet. That if they find out that you bet, they will sack you. Why? Because you know that there's every likelihood that you may not want to bet with the organization since you can be caught. So you may take their money and go and bet with another sports shop. So people will come and they don't want that. They don't want competition. Because they know the odds.
Yeah.
You get so if the people working in an organization do not want to use the product of the organization, it tells you a lot about the kind of product that is being sold. But we're not here to tell this person. I listen to everybody talk, and this person has two problems, and we have to find a way to help the person solve his two problems. One of them is short term. The second is long term. So let's pick the short term one. The first problem is that right now he needs 150 grand for his boss. That's the short term problem. How does he solve that 150K problem?
Like I said, he can borrow if
from his family, not
from anybody. Maybe he should explain the situation to people.
He should tell his boss to just take from his salary.
You can't tell your boss.
Yes. No, tell him you were wrong. You should be removing the money.
Okay, you should lie to if you should lie to his boss.
Maybe he sells his most precious gadgets.
Yes.
Because if you meet me, Baba, especially if I know that you can't
precious it to somebody that collected money from everybody.
It might have a phone that it should be above 40,000.
I would. So your own opinion is, should he wait? Let's first start out stage one. Should he tell his boss he gambled or not? Your opinion.
If he doesn't have the money, he should. If he wants to come out clean, he should tell his boss.
I feel he shouldn't tell his boss.
Okay, so you are saying he should tell his boss that he gambled the money. Okay, good. What about you, sir?
I wouldn't know because I'm not in the situation.
Hey, but you have to provide counsel for this person.
Well, you should tell your boss.
You should tell his boss.
Yes.
All right.
Even if you get sacked.
I don't think you should tell his boss.
Okay.
Even if me I was the boss, I'll suck him down on you.
From experience, it's better you.
Okay.
I think for the first time I'm agreeing with her. Actually.
Sure, you know that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we have a tie. So that means two people believe he should tell, and two people believe he should not. Yeah. Okay. So
why should he tell? He didn't give any reason.
Okay. Why exactly? Why should he tell his boss?
Because at the long run, the thing might pop up. And
Yes,
then
the boss might find out in the long run.
In the long run, okay.
Yes, and some person like that, you don't lie to them. They just take offense and finish you. So what you are saving from one set, you still get to lose.
Okay, how about you?
I think
because you need to realize one thing. He said that his boss. He said this is it right now. He said his boss has been calling him since, and I could not pick up because I don't know what to tell him.
I really think like all that matters right now is him returning the money. It doesn't matter what happens to the money or how it happens. Just return the money.
So definitely he has not been going to work.
By not telling the boss,
who knows if he collected the money on Friday and the boss was calling on Saturday and Sunday. Or if the person works remotely, we don't know, we can't tell.
Okay, so this person has to figure out a way, whether you like it or not. If he cannot find a way to cover that money, the boss would know.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay, if you cannot figure out a way to cover that money, the boss will know. So, all right, we have no idea how much this person earns, but let's put this person's earnings at
50 grand.
Well, for the boss to give him 150K.
I don't think he's earning 50 grand.
More, maybe more.
Let's just say 70. Jale.
Okay. All right, let's do it this way. Let's assume this person earns double of how much is minimum wage right now?
40 grand.
30K, Abi.
33.
Okay, minimum.
30K,
33.
So let's assume this person earns 3 times the minimum wage. So that's 100K.
Okay.
Let's just assume the person earns 100 grand. All right. So probably will take him 3 months to pay up this money if he has to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I would just suggest that he should tell the boss that he has been swindled out of the money.
Swindled out?
Yes.
How?
That he had a pressing loan or a pressing personal issue that he used and he didn't know how to tackle it. He cannot. This is the challenge right now, and I understand. And I'm not an advocate of people lying. Okay, I'm not an advocate of people lying, but you need to understand that it's not every person that will be understanding.
Yes.
Okay. One of the things we, as much as possible here, we try to give people practical solutions, and the solutions that are practical may not necessarily, and we look at solutions by the consequences of the actions. Okay. Let's replace betting with adultery. Let's assume this person is working with his boss and he has been having an affair with his boss's wife. Should he tell the boss?
No.
You understand? So that's the point. All right. Okay, because
same thing.
It's close. There are some vices that are the consequence of you coming clean. He probably can tell his boss this
later.
Maybe like 4 or 5 years down the line, exactly, when he has overcome it and is in a much stronger place. And when he even does that, he has to be sure that he's in a much stronger place, because people may be forgiving of your indiscretions. They may not necessarily, once the seed has been sown that this person cannot be trusted with money, the person is on his way out. There are very few people. There are even the most magnanimous of person who is like very accommodating. Most people. So he has to find a way to solve that money without smearing his reputation. That's for the short term. So if he still has family members and all that, he may want to go to family members to talk to them.
Trusted family members.
Trusted family members.
The ones that won't use the matter for topic in family discussion.
At this point, whether they use the matter for in discussion,
his matter is already being used.
It's better is done at home.
Yes, than
for him to be done at his workplace. Okay, so that's the first issue. Then long term, how does it tackle the issue of addiction? Okay, so you said you stopped.
Yes.
You are not as engaged.
Yes, I wasn't an addict. But I think one way for you to stop is to acknowledge that what you are doing is bad. Then I think you seek for help. Yes, I think that's the only way to do it.
This person obviously right now, this person needs help.
He needs help from someone that should be close by him all the time. All the time.
And I would suggest that he can't handle his own money. This is the indication.
Yeah.
He cannot handle his own money.
Said that he used all his life savings.
Okay.
This is the second part. He said I started using my life savings
to play games.
I get
28.
Life savings 28. So
most times I don't win, but I still won't win back.
So it's possible that the guy doesn't have a dime with him.
So that's it. He needs someone that will be with him all the time too.
I feel he should have an just like you said, accountability partner.
Not just accountability. He needs to have somebody who takes control of his finances. The person is the one who will give him transport fare to go to work. Yes,
it has gotten to that.
And someone who, because
how feasible
there's a difference between gambling. There's a difference between betting and being a gambler. This person is no longer gambling. This person is a gambler. Because he even has a nickname now. Baba 2 odds.
So he has to do something extraordinary. If he has like an elder assembly that has a lot of control by him. Yeah. That kind of person can, if that person is trustworthy too, can be.
Okay,
so that he will not take he will not take his money, give to that one, that one not going to use it for gambling.
So that person will be giving the money he needs. So I think with time.
Yeah, I think that's a feasible solution.
This thing is because it's not something you can just say tell the person don't go to the shop. Because he can play with his phone.
Exactly. So.
And sometimes some of those things they pop up.
Yes, yes. Yeah, they have the app. They might have the app on their phone.
Not even the app now. You can be.
And that's possible if
it just pops up.
And that's possible if he pay him salary, just take all the money and go give to the person. That's difficult.
He may have to, and that's why I said that. Yes. Listen, let me tell you the path to growth. When someone wants to, and I think what I want to say right now, I think it applies to everybody here. There are two elements of change. And most times, people don't pay attention to it. So, we want to give this person counsel that he can work with. That does not amount to wishful thinking. Okay? If this person thinks he's going to change, he's just wishing it. He's not going to change. The only way there's any hope for him to change is if he commits to two things. And this applies to anything you want to do, whether you want to learn a new skill, whether you want to quit an old habit, whether you want to start a new career. There's a difference between hope and wishful thinking, and I will separate them. Okay? When somebody wishes means that the person is just out there. There's no structure to support what the person wants. So if you see somebody that wants to stop a new habit, okay, and the person says that a year from now, like all those New Year resolutions, by January this year, I'll start writing a new book. Okay? If the person does not have structure that is built and designed to write books, he will not write books. So for example, and there are two things people have noticed. Okay? One is you need to commit to a physical training program. The second is you need to put yourself under structured guidance. Those two things are necessary. It's the reason why we go to school. School does not just serve the purpose alone because the academic curriculum, you can sit down and read it by yourself.
Exactly.
But there's something being under a teacher that will give you assignments, will ask for the assignments. That's what forces people to grow. You understand me? So it's the same thing if you want to learn a new skill. So if you tell me that by December this year, for example, let's assume you tell me by December this year, you want to start building rocket ships, for instance. You think by December I want to start building rocket ships. What I expect to hear next from you is I've sat down, I've registered for a couple of programs on propulsion technologies. I've read about the different liquids that you need to power rockets. And I have sent emails to people who are leading rocket scientists. I'm in meetings with them twice a month. Do you understand? So I know that you are committing to the study and you have people that will hold you accountable. So for this person, the first thing is this: the source of his gambling has to be taken away from him, and that is access to money. Yes. Somebody else has to control his account. He is no longer, this person does not have the faculty, all right, to function as an adult. This person may be an adult, but his financial patterns are like that of a child. And so we have to take over that ability to control his finances from him and hand it over to somebody else who has the maturity to understand that there's a limit. Okay?
Does it mean that I'm trying just to reason like it means that the guy's salary should be transferred on that other person's account?
It means that this person may have to go to his boss and tell his boss that after he has sorted out paying back the boss, he has to go to his boss with elder brother and tell, or his younger brother or his father, and tell his boss that, sir, I'm having issues managing my finances. I want my salary to be paid to my father. Okay, my father would withdraw from it and give me whatever to come to work. If you need money sent anywhere else, because of some of the issues I'm dealing with right now, I think it's best you hand it over to somebody else.
It will be difficult though.
I am telling you, yes, that is the decision that he has to make.
Yeah. Yes, I know, but I'm saying that like it's hard to just. I feel everything should be taken away from him. Like
no, everything should be taken away from him.
Compound effect.
He should be given the things he needs, like the amount of money he needs.
He has to sit down with it. Let me tell you the illustration.
Like it's hard to just break away from an habit. You have to go gradually.
This is part of
now. Just can be, sir.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you why I would. What I'm discussing is not just opinion. What I'm discussing is backed up with years of clinical research. One of the worst things that can happen for anybody is to come into sudden money. Okay, because let me tell you what money is. Money basically is power. It's portable power. It's power to do things. I don't need to know. You can tell me all manner of things about you as a person. You can tell me you're a great person. You are smart. You are hardworking. I don't care what you do. All I need to do is I get a copy of your account balance. See how you spend money and watch where your time goes. Whatever you say doesn't matter. It does not matter. You can have the best of intentions. I don't care about your intentions. All I just have to do is what do you spend your time on, and what do you spend money. Those two things will tell me where your priorities are. So for this person so far, his priority, his time and money is devoted to gambling. So automatically, this person is a slave. Yes. It's not. We don't like to see it that way, okay? And his faculty of reasoning has been captured by the hopes for sudden gain.
Yeah, true.
Now, the solution to that problem does not lie within his mental capacity. The only thing he can do is he has to surrender that capacity to somebody else. If he does not do it, if this man should come into 150 million naira, come back in a year's time, he would have squandered it. There's a reason why most people who gamble within 5 years, when people go, you can Google, there are videos of people that gamble that win millions of dollars, even in the US.
They lose the money
within 5 years, they lose it.
Yeah, they lose the money.
Because the maturity you need to handle that size of money must have been developed far in advance of when the money arrives. And most of the time, for most people, particularly people who get money through gambling, the reason why they even got money through gambling in the first way is because they were not mature enough to handle their finances. You get me? So that's if the guy does not commit to that, he's going to find himself here 10 years. And this is backed up. I will tell two stories. Okay, and then you guys will chip in. The first story I'll tell. I know of a particular man. This man had a house of his own. By the time I met this man in 2003, 2004, he had gambled so much that he had to sell his house. All right, he sold his house.
I see it.
He sold his house and moved into a place that he rented as a school. So he had a particular building that he rented as a school. When he ran out of money, they moved into that school. So they were living in a bedroom. They were living in a bedroom and teaching in the parlor and in the other apartment.
Shit.
Okay? It got so bad that anytime this particular man anytime you see him walking up and down and all that, all I saw with the man was all this. Then it was this newspaper, Lotto newspaper, where you see. I spoke to this man's son. The man's son had to withdraw from university because there was no money. In fact, because of the man, they had 2 daughters. I was very close to his son. His 2 daughters made sure that, at least not the 2, but one of the daughters I know, made sure that the person she married not only does not gamble, does not drink, does not smoke, does not womanize, make sure the guy was born again and a pastor. She was so certain.
Even we know occur twice.
Because she saw, do you understand? Effectively, the gambling destroyed. I witnessed it destroy. I was close to his son. His son would come. The guy would come to my apartment then, and he would be shedding tears that my father is killing their family. That the mother has tried to take over control of the account or whatever. At the time, the father fought and which beats the mom. Do you understand? So what this man is, and then people will tell you that when it comes to gambling or bad habits, the best thing that can happen for a gambler is for him not to have a lot of money. That's why the people who survive off gambling are people who probably they earn little amounts of money, maybe bricklayers, carpenters, or whatever, that they earn on a daily basis. They have a skill. Exactly. They don't get their money paid once as a salary at once. So those ones it's almost the same thing with people who take cocaine or hard drugs. They will tell you that if you're a drug addict, the best thing that can happen to a drug addict is for a drug addict to be poor. Because if the drug addict is rich, he will be able to buy a lot of the drugs. He will overdose on the drug and he will die. Being poor would ensure a drug addict lives long. Being poor will ensure this guy lives a long life. If this guy comes into sudden money or if he comes to other people's money, imagine it was the 150 million they completed this guy and he gambled everything away. He would have to commit suicide because there's no way that his boss will watch him gamble 150 that they will not come after him.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So it's not a small issue. So that's the first story. The second story, I had a friend too, who also, I won't say he gambled, but he invested in, you remember MMM?
Okay, MMM.
How many of us recall MMM?
Money
making machine.
MMM. Did you move that movement?
I almost did.
You almost did. Did you do?
No.
Did you?
Why I didn't? The only reason why I didn't do was that I didn't have space. I didn't have spare cash. That was the only reason.
You were broke. You were broke.
Yes.
So being broke,
he was low on funds.
Of course, I think I love that.
You were broke.
I was low on funds.
you were low on funds.
Yeah,
Okay.
low on funds.
The thing about MMM was this: I had a friend then who did not have enough money to finish paying his house rent. I think he needed about 20 grand to complete his house rent. So he came to me, and when he came to me, he told me to borrow him the money. I had history of borrowing him money before. There are some people that the problem they have with finances is not that they are not disciplined; they just don't earn enough.
Yeah,
there are some people like that; they don't earn enough to cover their day-to-day expenses. So I had the conversation, and then I said I'll lend him the money. So I loaned him the money, and I told him I'm going to collect the money back. I had no intention of getting the money back, and what he needed to complete it was 20,000. So I think I gave him 20,000 or so. When it was time to pay me back, I started hearing stories. This story was about probably like 6 years old or so. I said, no problem.
It was 2017, yeah. 2016, 17.
Yeah, I remember I was.
2017.
I think I just.
17.
I think I was the second.
Yes, it was about 5-6 years ago. All right, so after giving him the money, he didn't pay back. Then one day I got a message from him that, what do I know about MMM? That was when I had this indication that I was not going to get my money back. I was like, see, I said that, well, I will not commit my money into it. So, somewhere along the line, he will come around, he was telling about his, he had a tablet, and he opened the tablet and showed me the number of Mavros he had in his account. Somewhere in my mind, I was just having this idea that I'm not going to get my 20,000 naira loan from this guy back. When MMM crashed, the money crashed with it. It was then he told me that what he had in mind was that the money that he wanted to pay him back, he had that money, but he felt he should take the money, put it in MMM. Once he has made
30%, 30% it make that be.
Once he has made the money back or whatever, made interest, he will now pay me. And I told him, I said, do you think that me, myself, if you gave me that money back, I could not have put it in MMM? So, and that same issue will play out with this person. If you like, raise the 150 grand for this guy and give it to him, he's not going to pay his boss back.
Obviously, he probably gamble it a bit.
If you read up, if you go online and read up stories of people who have wives, or husbands that have gambling addictions, they will tell you. For example, in the US, there was a story of a particular man that the guy went into the casino, tied a rope around the wife's waist, and dragged her out of the casino. She came back. Wife. Until she gambled everything, took out a mortgage on their house, used the money to gamble. Do you understand? So it's not a small issue. It's a big issue. If you go on and Google gambling, it's a big issue. It destroys families. I have seen families that has destroyed. The friend I mentioned in question, he and his wife, they've been married for over 10 years or so. They're not together. They don't live together. Do you understand? So it's not. I think it's a good thing that this person is not married yet. He's single. Because you can imagine taking your children's school fees or the money that you should use to feed young children and using it to gamble. So that's the solution. I don't know if the person has the wherewithal to do this. But
the figure is behind that guy.
It's an addiction.
So this is the counsel. And this is the counsel. This is the counsel we have, not just for this person, but for his family members. If you have anybody in your family who has any job that they earn above minimum wage and they earn a salary, they are paid per month, and they have a gambling addiction, and it has gotten to the point in which the person is coming to you and they are borrowing money either to bet or the person has debt, gambling debt. There's a reason why they say, you've heard of this phrase, gambling debts. That means that the debt you incur by gambling. All right. So if you have a family member who has gambling debts and all that, it's important for you to realize that it's not. It's actually a medical condition. It's a disease of the mind, and the same way in which you do not trust people, who have mental illnesses to solve their mental illnesses by themselves. You do not trust people who have gambling addictions. Gambling addictions are characterized by the innate desire to always visit a gambling site or to visit a gambling location. All right? So if you have that kind of person in your family, there might be the need for you to sit down, have an intervention, and take over control of the person's personal finances, if you want the person to live a long and productive life. So that's my own assessment.
And as I said, addiction is for weak people. So
anybody can be addicted.
Well, it's the person's opinion.
True. Okay.
Oji was providing a solution that maybe if he was gambling 1,000,
you should
reduce it.
500.
No, that's.
I think that's
the lame way.
Or based on
way of helping the person.
Or based on like. I'm just saying not based on experience. Like
I think that
okay.
Stopped.
There's a book on compound effect.
Okay.
That on the book you don't. For example, I don't jog at all.
Okay.
And I'm saying I have to be jogging 7 days a week, but you're not going to do it after the first week. So it's better you start probably twice a week, then maybe 3 times a week. So I'm just saying that it's possible. The guy has been an actor, has been playing for a very long time. So it's hard. Like I'm saying, so I've betted it before. I've betted before. It's hard to withdraw.
Yeah, but when you stop betting, did you stop gradually? You just stopped all of a sudden?
Of course, gradually.
You reduce the amount that
Okay, you are using you want to apply your strategy.
No, I didn't go as far.
But the reason why you did not go as far as this person was because probably you did not work with a boss that gave you 150
grand
that could bet with. Imagine you had a boss that gave you. Imagine, okay, just put it this way.
Imagine you work in those people that work in like fuel stations, for example. So they give
I don't want to imagine
daily to go to the bank to deposit and all that. So if you work in that kind of place,
I don't want to imagine because I do tell people that I don't trust myself, and I'm sure that nobody trusts himself. Like we can say we trust to an extent. You don't trust because
what if that's part of your job description?
No, because you don't know what you're capable of until you're in that situation. Do you get? So I'm just saying that I can't put myself in this guy's shoes because I don't know what if I will do what if I'm in that situation.
Right now, the way you are thinking now, you are thinking like somebody who is not in a situation where he has 150k given to him on a regular basis to deposit at the bank. That's the way you are reasoning.
Probably.
So you cannot make that where you would be able to associate with this person is when you are being given 150 grand
And
then you can now make the decision to gamble with it. That's when you understand the pool. And it's extremely hard.
It's a pool. That's why I said I can't. I don't know if I would do what.
Now.
And jogging
It's a pool actually.
The illustration you are using about jogging is different from the illustration that we are using about gambling. I'll tell you the difference. Jogging, you want to start developing a new habit. Okay. And you will tell me that if you want to go jogging, ideally, it will be easier for you to go jogging if you joined the army. Like if you joined the army right now and you had a boss who every morning will come and say, give me 100 push-ups. And everybody around you, they jump. If you don't give 100 push-ups, they'll throw you inside the cell. The next day, it's just a matter of time. At the end of 2 months, you will be jogging.
You'll be frustrated. And it's two outcomes though. It's possible you are jogging or you quit the army.
If you jog with a lot of people and you find out that there are people who are worse than you,
okay,
and they are getting into shape, what excuse will you have?
Then it's hope that I'm better than this.
And that's what we are saying. That is what we are saying for you.
Yeah, it works.
But you are now saying that you want to start jogging and you want to start jogging gradually. A lot of people who try jogging, they will jog for the first, the second, they will stop.
They'll stop, yeah.
That's the reason why most people are not.
Have you been to the gym center like
That's my
not the
first month of the year? You see a lot of people there. They want to get it.
It's based on
by this time of the year, by July now, you don't see anybody.
No, what I mean, like it's not my opinion. It's based on what the people have done. You get like,
but it doesn't work. That's what we are saying.
I'm reading a book. I have to be reading a book every day. I have to be reading 5 books every day. But you're not going to survive. It's not possible.
Let's put it this way now. The organization you work with presently right now, you have books you have to read and you have reports you have to deliver.
Yes.
Those reports you have to deliver have deadlines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most of the time, the reports you have to deliver, a lot of the reports you have to deliver, you're not delivering at this particular point. It's not like you're delivering reports that is bringing anything that the leadership does not know.
Yeah.
But those reports are for you. Because the process of going through that process forces you to grow. So it's the same thing for this person. As long as this person has direct control to his money, the temptation will always be there. He has to have someone that, the same way in which when you spend all the salary, you cannot go to the bank and start arguing with the bank that, please just give me some more money. Please, I need more money. Please, just small. He needs to have someone in his life that will work. All you can spend this month is 30,000. The rest of the money we are putting into your savings. Then you can start fighting with the person. Give me whatever. It's my money, and the person says that it's not your money. I have a document from court that empowers me, to stop you from spending your money. If he does not have that, he's not going to have a lasting solution.
I hope it coops. Yeah.
Let him not cope now. Let him say you end up spending his student tuition fee. Who is that?
Since you don't ever have PT or
no, it's the necessary thing you need to do. Let's be
you are saying someone is smoking. Yeah, the guy has been taking 10 sticks. You don't collect all the 10 sticks from him.
For some people, you can't compare smoking with gambling for a reason. Gambling is like you're fighting with a gorilla. You are now saying that instead of you removing the person from the gorilla's grasp, you pull the person out of the gorilla, but you leave his leg. The gorilla can still be pulling his leg. That's the example. You are using smoking. Smoking. If you start smoking, there are people who are chain smokers. All right. And usually when you talk to somebody who smokes, for example, because we've also spoken to them. I've spoken to people who smoke and who drink. We have people who have cirrhosis of the liver or cancer, primary liver cell carcinoma, a cancer of the liver. I even still met with one last week. The person came in. This guy had a tumor of the liver. He's been drinking all his life.
And he also drink.
Now, when he had a tumor and he started losing weight, and then his wife is telling him that you're the only person I have and everything. The person looked around and I asked him, do you still smoke? Do you still drink rather? Said he has stopped. So he doesn't touch that thing again. Because right now he's faced with the reality that I am going to die.
Yeah.
So if that case, you find somebody who has lung cancer and the smoking is going to kill the person, your own analysis that reduces small.
No. Like that was already at the extreme. I'm saying that. If this guy.
Are you sure you're not the person that even sent this?
This guy, I'll call you Baba.
All is different. You know, the guy is faced with life and of course. You know,
this guy is life and death.
This is life and death for this guy now.
If this guy doesn't come,
if the boss had given him 1 million, he would have used it to play that word.
Oh no, I'm not saying that he shouldn't give. Of course, you should give your money to someone that has control over it. That is not my quite control the money. I'm saying that if you go to the person, you can say, I've given my money.
No. What they give to the person, what they do is that they estimate his expenses for that week, and they give it to him. If he finishes it, that's it.
They put a limit on the spending.
What I'm saying is that they can add. Probably he has investing 3K every week. They can take 1K.
No,
this guy is
no. You are reinforcing.
No. Because when the guy loses the 1K, you know that I've bet this week. You know, there is. I'm telling you serious. If you give me.
We don't take you serious.
This is the reason. Let me just tell you. This is the reason why if the person that you are.
This is gradually.
There's something they call five. There's something they call 5 stages of grief. 5 stages of grief. The first stage is denial.
Yeah.
That means the person tells you, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
It happens in all situations. Okay. Denial. Then what's the second stage?
I don't know.
Okay. So you have denial, you have anger, you have bargaining. I think the final stage is acceptance or so. But the first stage is denial. Okay? All right? In which the person says he does not have a problem. People have to come to that point in which they will accept that I have a problem.
This guy accepted it.
Now, you have not even accepted that the person here has a problem.
No, I've accepted though.
Of course, if this person has a problem,
yes.
You do not fight an addiction by putting somebody in the same proximity with the addiction. Somebody who has been womanizing, who has been sleeping around with multiple women, and then his wife now says that I'm going to leave you at this point, okay? That because this woman you're sleeping with, you've come back home, you have given me all manner of diseases. I'm not going to treat myself again. So the wife has told them that. He now says, okay, you know what?
Let me get easy.
Let me just be taking one.
No, that's
what you're saying.
That's
that scenario. Let's take on that scenario. Somebody has always been drinking. Yes. And when he drinks, he comes home, he drinks like 20 bottles or so, comes back, he beats everybody at home. He's a monster.
And he said, okay.
You now said, okay, you know what?
Drinking 5.
Let me just reduce it. I'll just be drinking 1 bottle.
It's kind of
because you realize that
beating 4 persons, you say, okay, I'll be beating 1 person.
Okay.
Who is this guy?
No, because you can keep using. That's what you're saying. Yeah, you can keep using illustration. That can work.
It can work actually because it's difficult for that guy. No,
if you get to increase,
if you put your like I'm trying to put myself the situation of that guy.
It will work.
It's difficult
for the guy to work.
Not vices.
No, let me tell you. Okay, let's
pull out. Guys,
let's put it this way. Let's assume this person in question. Let's assume his salary is 30,000, and let's assume he has to pay his boss 15,000 naira every month for 10 months.
10 months, yeah.
And let's assume that salary comes to him first before he pays his boss. That means the boss does not withhold out of it. The boss pays him salary, and then that says that he should pay back. Do you think this guy is going to pay you back?
No.
He won't pay you back.
So what we are saying is this: if there's no way you will pay back that debt of 150,000 naira if somebody does not take the money from his hand.
I'm not saying someone should not like probably
they should not give him any money to bet.
People they should take the money away from him. Of course, that one. Of course, because the guy doesn't have any control already. We all know he doesn't have control. I'm saying that if you take the money away from him, if you are the person that the guy gives money, be controlling it for me, and probably the guy bets 5K every week. You know, there's still that purpose to bet. Don't if you tell him, I'll give him 5K, I want to bet. Don't tell him totally no. You can give him 1K to do. Don't just give it with time.
Will you use this principle for someone that's a thief?
what I
No, yes now.
the same way we couldn't use it for the example.
And so why is it that it works only for the gambler?
This guy is a gambler. You still gamble.
Why is it that it works only for the gambler?
Because if that guy wins, let me tell you what you are doing now.
It's an habit.
If he wins, if you give him 1,000 to gamble for a week and he plays and he wins 10,000, he will increase his gambling capital.
To
No.
And
The
he
issue
will
is
not
that
even let you know.
He won't let you know.
now the issue is that it's not from you. Now he will still lose all the money.
No.
They get, but he knows that
means
he's only entitled to 1K per week.
You are not taking that guy away from gambling. You are just reducing his money.
You are reducing money.
You are
okay.
now.
If he
Gets
another
you take away from gambling.
Get another job somewhere.
Oji, there's something you are losing out from. When people have addictions, all right, what you are arguing from your. I am telling you what is backed up with clinical research. If somebody has an alcohol addiction, for example, all right, what you do is you put the person in the group of people who are former alcoholics, who no longer take alcohol.
Yeah.
They come together, they talk on a regular basis, they talk about the effect that alcohol has had and how it has destroyed their families. And then they give them a coin. The coins they give them tells the dates in which they last took a bottle. There's a reason why you ask them, because there's understanding that this person may fall back into the addiction. But you want a situation where when the person falls back into addiction, he realizes that I have done something wrong. Do you understand me? Reducing the person's money flow does not mean that you do not expect the person not to go and gamble once in a while. But it means that when the person does that, he feels that sense that I have done something wrong today. But if you don't put that sense of I have done something wrong, and the person just feels that, okay, all I've just done is let me just reduce, he will start devising ways to increasing. Which means that it may also, and so that means the person must understand that we are saying no, this is not your way.
And devising ways my
what you are doing is you are bargaining, you are negotiating.
We not agree to what
Okay.
You have not met people who this has destroyed their lives.
Maybe that's one of the reasons.
Maybe
I also I had younger, not a younger people who you call like adubo, neighborhood family, or neighborhood relatives. Okay, one that was younger than me, who was talking, and he said that he said he used to go to a casino to gamble. There's this Federal Palace in Victoria Island.
Federal Palace, yeah.
So when he got there, he saw some much older men there gambling. So when they sat down, they were gambling. They were playing. What's the name of that? Is it that one that goes round or so that you? Is it the roulette or so? I don't know. That you drop a.
You know it now. You
I don't know.
That you drop and you bet a number or so, and thing will roll and drop.
roller.
I don't know. He said when he was playing that, he said with someone old man. The man came to him, looked at him, called him outside and told him, I said, "This is gonna destroy your life." Said the man called all of them, sat them down, told them, "You will destroy your lives coming here." They were not like, "But sir, you are here." The guy said,
"That destroyed my life."
The guy said, he said, "Look at me." He said, "I'm worth billions. And when I come here, I don't gamble more than 2 million anytime I come here. And once I gamble 2 million, I've lost it, I go home." Okay. For me, it's not the money, it's the thrill of maybe I will win something today.
Okay.
But I am disciplined. I do not enter here with more than 2 million naira. Once I finish gambling 2 million, I go. And I try to come here not more than once a month. Okay. So even at that, I've lost millions here. You cannot afford to sustain those kind of losses. Yeah. So I'm talking to you because the man was saying that even as he cannot bring his son here.
Maybe he just want adventure, something that will just
get
like for fun.
Yes.
Some people, listen, it's one thing for you to have discipline. The discipline, there are things that you do, all right, in which you're like, okay, you know what, let me just do this. And that's it. He said something. He said that as much as it is, that there was a time in which after he put 1,000, he got 19,000, he put 3,000, he lost, he said, no more. That is the discipline. At this particular point in time, this person has lost discipline. And when people have lost discipline, you need someone to come into their life. Let's not debate it back and forth. Because the way you are talking, you're going to give this person the hope that he still has it within his capacity to solve the problem.
Yeah, that's not because he's still a gambler.
Yes.
I think we are good.
But just in case you are battling with
I'm the president.
no, just in case you are battling with please, you may have to call a family member who is receiving your wages.
No.
Just give me your wages.
No, I
Let me
don't.
vote for you.
I can't.
Are you sure?
No,
Are
of
you in
course.
support of this guy?
No, I'm not supposed. I'm just trying to be empathetic, actually. But
I feel sorry for his wife and his future children.
shit.
I feel sorry for all those people who the guy would have to be responsible for.
You're not being empathetic.
That he can't.
You're killing him.
All right, so on this note, I think we'll just go ahead to go and end the show.
Yeah. Hey guys, so it's been a wonderful moment. So just in case you're addicted to gambling, guys, stay off. Back off. It's addictive.
I think with everything that we said, they know to stay off. But yeah, don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to share your opinion. Don't forget to like. Subscribe.
Ogaji will tell you to, if you are doing 3, do 1.5.
And just in case you need advice, you can always reach out to us at advice@darkpore.com. We're looking forward to receiving your emails. And we'll keep it as real as possible.